Good morning, students. Now today, in continuation with the same chapter, role of the parliament, today we will have a look at that who are the people in the parliament. Okay, so now till now we have studied about that why the people should decide in a democracy, and why the concept or the principle of universal adult franchise, it was given to all the people, uh, all the adult population of India. Then we also had a look at the role of the parliament, its main functions, and today we will see that who are the people who are represented in the parliament. Now till the 1970s, most of the members in the parliament, they belong to the upper section of the society. They belong to the upper classes, the rich people, and the upper caste, and most of them also belong to the big national parties and not to the smaller regional parties. Now national parties are those which are found in most of the places of the country, and they have been successful in more than uh, 4, 5, 6 states, and whereas the regional countries, they are found in maybe a particular state or a particular region only. And till 1917, most of the people who are elected to the parliament, they belong to these national parties like the Congress and the BJP. But now we have members in the parliament coming from various backgrounds, from different sections of the society, and now some people who belong even to the rural areas, the village areas, and regional parties, they are also a part of a parliament. And people and groups of people, communities of people which were earlier not represented in the parliament, now we find some people of those communities also in the parliament. Then there has been a rise in the political activities also by the Dalits, the backward classes, that is the OBCs, the other backward classes, and the minorities. Now earlier, uh, many people from these from the Dalits, the marginalized sections of the society, they did not participate much in the election related activities, because they thought that they will not be able to get elected and they will not be able to achieve much. Um, but now the scene is changed a little bit, and on a whole, there has been more participation of the people in the election related activities. Now, representative democracy, we follow representative democracy and not direct democracy. What is representative democracy? Yes, come on, HC. What is representative democracy?
Representative democracy.
All right. So, during elections, we elect our representatives and they form government on our behalf. So, they are ruling directly and we rule indirectly by choosing them. And that is why democracy is called as the rule of the people, because all rule. Some rule directly and some rule indirectly. Now, representative democracy, it is through elections that people are elected. Now, these elections, uh, they involve a lot of money. All right, they are very costly, and many very often money and muscle power, they play an important role in the selection of the candidates also. When people are giving party tickets to the various peoples, then people who come from rich backgrounds and from muscle power, many times you must have seen uh, goons, local goons also supporting the political parties, and they are also in the fray for the elections, and they force the people. So sometimes what happens, because of them, other candidates which should have been there, they are not able to contest elections. And therefore many people feel that representative democracy is not a clear reflection of the society, and the Dalits, the other backward classes, and the marginalized section which have been treated badly since years, now they do not have proper representation in the parliament. Their representation has increased, but still it is not up to the mark, and their representation is not according to their population in the country. And therefore, with this in mind, we have some seats reserved in the Lok Sabha elections for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes. And now this reservation has been done so that the people who had been ill treated and who have not got the benefits of education and economic development, they can also represent themselves, safeguard, look about their welfare, and promote their interests in the communities. And so, out of the total 543 elective seats, two are there for the presidents to nominate from the Anglo-Indian community. If he feels that the people from the Anglo-Indian community are not represented well in the Lok Sabha, then he can nominate two people to the Lok Sabha. So, out of the 543 elective seats, 423 belong to the general category, while 79 seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and 41 seats for the scheduled tribes. And this is according to their number in the population. Then it has also been realized that women, they don't have proper representation according to their total population. About 50% of the population, or even if we bring it a little less, about 40% of the population is women, but they do not have representation according to their numbers in the parliaments. And therefore, a proposal, a bill to this effect, having reservation for women 33%, means one third of the seats in the Lok Sabha. Now that has been pending in the Lok Sabha since years, and it has been debated by the MPs, but still not much has been done on that respect. But still, there has been a rise in the political participation by women in the political activities, and even the women turnout in election, that has increased from 38.8% in the 50s to 57.89% in the 1998s. Then even the number of women candidates who had been elected to the Lok Sabha, that has also risen election after election, though not much, but still like the figure remained under 50 in the first two Lok Sabha elections, then rose to 65 in the third, to 355 in the 14th, 556 in the 15th, and 636 in the Lok Sabha elections which were held in 2014. Now, there's a difference of opinion that whether that our democratic system is well represented enough. Some feel that it is, some feel that no, it is not. And now we have also discussed that there are certain groups and communities which are not represented well. So we have seen the case of the marginalized section of the society, the women, the Dalits and all that, that they are people belonging to rural backgrounds, poor people, they are not represented well in the parliaments, in the legislatures, because the cost of fighting an election is very high. And so, it prevents the poor people also from becoming a people's representative. And so there has been some suggestions and talks about whether the elections should be state funded, means all the money and things required for elections should be provided by the state or by the governments. But not much has been done in this regard. But still, the fact that we are concerned that there should be equal representation and that we are trying to resolve this problem, this issue, is the reflection that our democracy is not a dead democracy, but that it is a living and thriving democracy. So that is it. Have you all understood the chapter? Any confusion anywhere?
Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion? Yes, what about the rest? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So now let's mark the exercises and the question answers. Hurry up, get a pencil. We'll mark the exercises and the question answers just now. Tell me when you are ready with your pencils.
Ma'am, ready.
Okay. All right. Multiple choice questions. Which act introduced the system of diarchy in the provinces?
Government Act of India 1935.
35. Diarchy. Government of India Act 1919. Mark, Government of India Act 1919. Diarchy. Which act is termed as a mini constitution? Where are the rest of the students? Why no one is answering?
Ma'am, Act of 1935.
Okay. Yes, right. Which act is termed as mini constitution? The Act of 1935. Into how many parliamentary constituencies is India divided? Hurry up, fast, quick. Keep your mics, some of you keep your mics open. Answer fast and quick so that you don't.
543.
Okay, 543. Who appoints 12 members to the Rajya Sabha? Who appoints 12 members to the Rajya Sabha? Yes, Kripa.
President.
Okay, right. Okay, match the following. Council of States, the rest also answer, not only one person. Now, Yashmit will not give all the.
Rajya Sabha.
Only one person is answering. Srishti, Kripa, is Wahib not today in the class? Where's Prabal? And Rishabh?
Ma'am.
Sleeping?
Yes, ma'am.
Rishabh.
Not sleeping, but
Okay. Joined late.
yes, ma'am.
Sleeping. Okay, second, House of the People.
Lok Sabha.
Right, unstart questions. And where's Janvi?
Written question. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright, unstart questions are seeking written answer. Start questions, seeking oral answer. Dalits.
Reserve seats in Lok Sabha.
Okay. Next, fill in the blanks. The Lok Sabha is usually elected once every dash years.
5 years.
5 years. In representative democracies, people do not participate directly but choose their dash.
Representative.
Okay, representatives. Right, representatives. Third, a true democracy must allow universal.
Adult franchising.
Okay, universal adult franchise. 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 Universal adult franchise. Next, one of the most important functions of the Lok Sabha is to select the dash. Is to select the
Union government.
national government. Make it national government, okay? Is to select the national government. And the last one, in the Rajya Sabha, dash members are nominated by the president. Yes, 12. Okay, now short answer type questions. What do you mean by universal adult franchise? Turn to page 1 of your books. Page 1 of this chapter, not of your books. Page 1 of this chapter. Second column, first paragraph, fourth line, third word. First page of the chapter, second column, first paragraph, fourth line, third word. Universal adult franchise. Got that? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Who did not get? Okay, start from there. Universal adult franchise. Cut this. Add S to mean. Make it means. So your answer will be universal adult franchise means that all adult citizens of the country, irrespective of caste, class or gender, have the right to vote. Mark till vote. You will not put the brackets, but you will write what is written in the brackets, but you will not put the brackets in the answer. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And Devansh, where are you, Devansh? Yes, Devansh, you just now joined. Where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why so late?
Sorry, ma'am.
Sleeping? It is so late.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, my Wi-Fi was not working.
Okay.
Speed was coming.
All right. Okay, what is the basic idea of a democracy? Basic idea of a democracy, same page that you were on, same page, second column, the last paragraph and the first 3 lines. Same page, second column, last paragraph, the first 3 lines. The basic and central idea of democracy is that the individual or the citizen is the most important person. Power flows from the people. Marked till people. Marked?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Yes, ma'am.
How many women members are there in the 16th Lok Sabha? Now this you will write from the question itself, here itself. Mark from the third word women, but before women add 61 and that would be all. So your answer would be 61 women members are there in the 16th Lok Sabha.
Okay.
Okay, next. Which motion is moved in the Lok Sabha to express lack of confidence in the Union Council of Ministers? This also we will write from here itself and mark from the second word, that is motion, but before motion add the no confidence. The no confidence. N will be capital and there will be a small dash between no and confidence. So the no confidence motion is moved in the Lok Sabha to express lack of confidence in the Union Council of Ministers. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. What do you mean by a coalition government? For this you come to the third page of your chapter. Third page of your chapter. First column, second last paragraph, first line, third last word. Third page of your chapter, first column, second last paragraph, first line, third last word. If a single, got it? Got that? Okay, so if a single political party is unable to get the majority on its own, it joins together with other like-minded parties to form a majority. Such a government is called a coalition government. So mark till coalition government.
Ma'am, can you repeat again?
Third page of your chapter, first column, second last paragraph, first line, third last word. If a single, got that? If a single political party is unable to get the majority on its own, it joins together with other like-minded parties to form a majority. Such a government is called a coalition government. Next, why were seats reserved for SCs and STs in the parliament? This answer we will start from the question itself. So start from the third word. After seats, add were. Seats were reserved for SCs and STs in the parliament. Now come to the last page of your chapter. The last page and the third line, last word. Last page, third line, last word. From the very first line, count the third line and the last word of the third line. It is written so that these representatives can represent, safeguard and promote interests of their communities. Got that, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, what is the total membership of the Rajya Sabha? Why is it called a permanent house? So for this, come to the second page of your chapter. Second page of your chapter, the second column and the last paragraph here. Second page of your chapter, the second column, the last paragraph. The Rajya Sabha consists of 245 members. Got that line?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 12 members out of these are nominated by the president. Turn the page. The rest are elected. The rest are elected by the states. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent body. It does not get dissolved. Members are elected for 6 years and every 2 years, 1/3 of its member retire. Mark till retire.
Okay.
Okay, next. Why do you think there are only 78 women members in the 17th Lok Sabha? Okay, now this answer we don't have straight away in the book, so you will have to write it down. You know, there's some place there below where the questions are given, so write it down there. I will dictate and you can write it down.
Okay.
Okay, right. The main reason is the gender inequality. The main reason is the gender inequality. Put a small dash between gender and inequality. Gender inequality and the discrimination that women have faced for centuries. Discrimination that women have faced for centuries. Written
Have faced.
for centuries. Have faced for centuries. Full stop. Continue. Secondly, political parties in India tend to see women, T-E-N-D, T, tap, tend to see women as less likely, to win elections, than men, and therefore prefer not to take risks, risks. Full stop. Written.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the long answer type. Yes.
Ma'am, can you say before and the discriminate before that? After the main reason is the
Gender inequality.
inequality. Okay.
Okay, now the long answer type questions. Explain the role of the parliament in brief. For this, come to the third page of your chapter. You know the first point is given in pink. You all can see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so mark from the very first point. You will write 1, then write to select the national government and continue. The most important function of the parliament is to select the national or union government. Alright, mark till here. Then come to the second column, second point. Beta, first point, start from the first pink point that is given here. The role of the parliament to select the national government. Start from there. You will give the side heading also to select the national government and then continue. The most important function of the parliament is to select the national or union government. Okay, then you leave 6 lines and come down. The leader of the majority party is invited by the president to form the government. The leader of the, mark this also, the leader of the majority party is invited by the president to form the government. Then come to the second point, mark to control, guide and inform the government. Mark this whole paragraph. Perhaps the most vital function till without fear. But you will write the second point also, to control, guide and inform the government, and then write the whole paragraph. Then come to the next page and you will also write point number 3, law making. The parliament makes laws for the entire country. It is the primary function of the parliament. Mark this also. So this would be the role of the parliament. And now the last question. Why do you think the nationalist movement supported the idea that all adults have a right to vote? For this, come to the first page of your chapter. First column, last paragraph. First page. Devant, switch off your mic. Okay, first page, last paragraph. The struggle and sacrifice by the masses. Start from here till the end of this paragraph, that is, have the right to vote. From the struggle and sacrifice by the masses till have the right to vote. Have all of you marked?
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Yes, you joined in now.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I know you called me.
Ma'am, late
I
comer.
was just not, ma'am.
And Aditya Kapoor, you're joining now? Means after the class timing is already over, right?
Ma'am, just now, ma'am. Just today only. Only today, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
And what were you
Ma'am,
doing?
actually,
Sleeping?
I wake up little late.
And Aditya?
Ma'am, I wake up little late.
Aditya Kapoor, what were you doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Where's Aditya?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
Only today.
हाँ बेटा, but
Ma'am, on other day I joined.
yes, yes, I know that you join early otherwise, but then still this is so late. Okay, should be careful not to miss. And we did the questions. Now you have to go through the recording to mark the question answers and the exercises, both of you.
Madam, yesterday when you called me, I was also there, but then it was network problem, and you know,
Okay, all right.
all of a sudden.
I know. All right, so that would be all for today.